And we have Nicholas T. Smith, the author of this amazing, amazing book, here with us. And this is a wonderful opportunity for us to ask any questions that we might have of Nick. And we have some discussion points here we can talk about too. So I'm going to ask you all first, because I know you might be shy to ask Nick questions. I'm going to ask everybody first. What was your favorite part of the story? I know we made it in 3 parts today, but you can go ahead and speak up. I see microphones off for Arya and Landon already. So what was your favorite part of the story?
My favorite part my favorite part was the bed was like grow.
Yeah, when he grew giant and he crushed his bed, didn't he? But I think that was a good thing, because he was growing and he was becoming giant. What about you, Arya? What was your favorite part? Yeah, there it is, Nick.
When we eat giant food.
Oh, I liked the giant food too. That was pretty cool. I wish we had giant food. I think we should try that, Arya. We should try and make giant food like that in real life. What about you, Jasmine? What was your favorite part?
I also really like the food.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I think Nick liked that part too. That was cool. What about Harshal and Kanika? What was your favorite part of the story today?
The best part of the story is that I love the giant fruit most.
Yes, the giant food. Nick, I think that was the best thing today was the giant food.
It's cool.
I found it was funny when he was like trying to pull the weed out and he fell over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was pretty cool that he fell on his bum trying to pull the weeds. Does anybody have questions for Nick, or do you want me to keep asking you questions?
I liked when the bed broke too. It must be a guy thing.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. He's gonna have to go build himself a new bed. All right, friends, I have a question for all of you. Have any of you ever felt small? Anybody? You guys can just go ahead and answer as you like. Keep your microphones open. We'll just have a big open discussion. Has anyone ever felt small? No, nobody's ever felt small. Wow, we have some giants here, Nick.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is.
Big giants, yeah.
I'm scared sometimes.
I felt small before.
Nicole has felt small before?
Yes.
Yeah?
I'm scared of the dark. So when I accidentally turn my lamp off, I'm like, ah!
Yeah, sometimes that makes us feel small. Yeah, and what do you do because to be giant in the dark? You have what in your bedroom to help you be okay with the dark?
A lamp?
A lamp. Yeah, she has a lamp with a small light on it to help her to become giant in the dark.
Yeah.
Right? What about you, Nicole? When was it that you felt small and what did you do?
I feel small sometimes every day. And so I have to tell myself different stories like Remy was teaching Rit. I have to tell myself different stories because I still have stories that keep me small sometimes.
And that went back to our affirmations at the end of the story, and that we talk about positivity. And that positivity allows us to tell us those positive stories to ourselves to make ourselves feel giant every day or continue. I always like to say, feel the fear and walk with it. Walk with the fear. Allow yourself to feel it, but walk with it.
Yeah, and that was my favorite part in the story, when he was in the darkness and he kept walking through it even though he was afraid.
Absolutely. Yeah. What about
how many of our giants feel afraid sometimes?
Always afraid.
I think all of us, yeah. All of us can sometimes. What about Harshal and Kanika?
I don't have it, right? It's you now.
Is he there? I don't know if Harshal's there. He might come on. Yeah, sometimes we feel afraid sometimes. Nick, do you want to ask some questions of our friends?
Yeah. What's the most giant thing you want to do?
Oh, we asked this last week. I love this question. Arya and Landon, you guys go first. What's the most giant thing you want to do?
You were gonna say something. Jump up. Airplane.
Yeah, jump out of an airplane.
Oh, man. That's awesome. I want to do that.
But I didn't hear what she said. What did
Jump
you
out
say?
of an airplane.
Oh, jump out of an airplane. Oh my goodness, Miss Aria. That is amazing. That one scares me. That one scares me. Maybe I could come to Utah and jump out of an airplane with you and we could do it together.
Should we take parachutes?
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Aria, do you think that's a good idea? Do we need a parachute?
Not jump out of the plane.
And what about Landon? What's the giant thing that you would love to do?
You don't like pizza. You don't like salsa.
You talk about having a school. Sit closer.
You can think about it for a while. That's okay. Jasmine, what about you? What giant thing would you love to do?
When I get older, I want to be an interior designer, but the big thing I want to do is try and design and build my own house.
Oh, that's
There you go.
amazing, Jasmine. Isn't that an amazing goal?
Yeah,
That's great.
there with my friends.
So tell us what you're going to do to get started with that, Jasmine.
Obviously go to college or university,
Mm-hmm.
get good grades and stuff, and take an interior designing course and probably a builder course too.
Mm-hmm.
The giant thing I want to learn how to do is jump on a horse.
There you go.
That's right.
I can't jump yet.
She doesn't jump. She goes to horseback riding and she canters. She walks
I
and she
canter.
canters, but she doesn't jump yet, and that is a giant thing. It's a scary thing sometimes, isn't it?
Yes. I've done like little jumps, like a foot off the ground, but not those like 3 feet off the ground ones.
That's awesome. Landon, you got a giant thing?
Mate, I started a book and I want to finish it.
There you go.
Oh, absolutely wonderful.
I made
Very cool.
So what can you do to make time to fit that in? What can you do to make sure that you reach that giant goal, Landon?
Do a few minutes on my book every day.
Yeah, that's wonderful. That's a wonderful idea. I like that.
So Landon, you hit on something big for giants that a lot of smalls don't know, is that those little steps, giants take little steps. They're just giant. They're big, so they seem like big steps. But all smalls and giants take little steps, and as they do, they grow. And so doing little things like what you're talking about, just one little thing that can get your book done. That's a good secret, huh?
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
It is a good secret. All right, Nicole, what giant thing are you and Jameson wanting to do?
Well, Jameson has reached his goal of being a gentle giant.
I
He's going to be working on not begging for food to be giant.
like that.
And I would like to create a space for to support other people in becoming giants, to support people in becoming giants.
Love
That's
it.
an amazing goal. Absolutely. What about Harshul and Kanika? Are you guys there?
My giant plan is to succeed in my future and I want to become a magistrate. Okay.
A magistrate.
Oh,
Wonderful. And I'm gonna look. I think I'm gonna look at your age. You're 6, right, my friend? Did he? I muted already. Are you 6 years old, my friend, Harshul? I think he is.
I am 18 years old.
Oh, he's 18. Okay.
I'm Kanika. Yeah, I am Kanika.
Oh, it's Kanika talking. I'm sorry. I thought it was Harshul talking. I can't. There's no video there. That's wonderful, Kanika. And what about Harshul?
Harshul, just tell me.
Harshal also wants to succeed in his future.
Wonderful. And does he have something that he wants to do in his future?
क्या करना चाहते हो? What do you want to become?
President of Canada.
He wants to go to Canada. Is that what he said?
Yes. And he wants to become the president of Canada.
Oh, that's wonderful, my friend. I love that.
Giant
My
family.
job.
What were you saying, Nick?
Oh, we have a family of giants, leaders,
Absolutely, we do. And
magistrates, and presidents. Yeah.
states and presidents, I love it. And I believe that their goal as a family is to move to Canada from India as well.
Excellent.
Well, there's
Kanika,
only room for one Canadian president. 21.
yes, that's right. There's only room for one. Kanika, is there somebody that can help you reach that goal of becoming a magistrate?
No, right now I have completed my 12th only, and in next year I will be planning for LLB, and then I will be become magistrate.
That's wonderful. Wonderful, my dear friend.
Thank you so much.
All right. Did we hit everybody with their goals? I think we did. Okay. So I have a big one here. If you could all be one character from the book for one day, who would you choose? Anybody can answer. Just open your microphone and answer. Go ahead. Aria and Landon, did you hear that question? If you could be one character for the book for one day, who would you choose?
Really?
Really?
Remy.
Remy. I'll choose Remy. Tell me why. Why would you choose Remy?
Because he's a giant.
He is. That's right.
I have a funny one.
What?
I would choose to be the giant apple
Why would you choose to be the giant apple?
because then I would never get dehydrated because I'm so juicy and giant.
She would be juicy and giant. There you go. All
I would
right.
never get dehydrated.
What about Jasmine? If you could be one character for the book for one day, who would you choose and why?
I was only here for like the one chapter, so the main character, because he was taught how to be a giant, and I would like to learn how to be a giant too.
That's a wonderful answer because we can all learn how to be that giant, right? What about Harshal and Kanika? We'll let them unmute there. Nick, if you could be one character from your own book, who would you choose and why?
Absolutely Remy. Or Rit, I'm sorry, Rit, the small, because of the adventure and growing. It's not always easy. Some days you wake up and you feel small and you keep going. But just learning to have and trust, like have faith and trust that you can become a giant and keep working at it every day like he does. He never quits. He just keeps going and going. So that's who I would be.
I agree. I would be Rit as well because he learns so many different lessons. And if we started our journey as Remy, as a giant already, would we learn that many lessons? And would we have that drive to keep working and to keep moving forward? I don't know. Maybe we would. Maybe we would learn that from our parents, but maybe we'd miss out on tons of lessons along the way.
So I have a question.
Yes.
If I were to write another book, what would it be about? If I were to do a sequel to this book, what would be happening? Who would be the
I would probably say maybe about his life about Rit's life as a giant.
What would that look like?
I don't know, maybe like him rebuilding his bed, him living as a giant, taking giant risks, doing giant stuff.
Taking giant risks, she said. I like that.
I like that. Jumping out of airplane.
Maybe he takes on an apprentice.
Oh,
Someone else.
that's wonderful, Jasmine. Did you hear that, Nick? She said taking on an apprentice
Oh yeah, very important. That's a big one.
and teaching someone else to be a giant.
Yeah, teaching someone else to be a giant.
In the
Good one.
story, he goes back to the land of the smalls and he teaches other smalls. So that could be
Yeah.
a good lead at. Yeah.
Yeah, and then everybody can become cool giants.
I can
That's
see it
right.
now. The Adventures of Rit.
The Adventures of Rit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Absolutely. And what about Arya and Landon? If Nick were to write a sequel, what should it be about?
Where the giants become small.
That would be cool.
That actually could be cool because
Yeah.
you could teach how some giants do go small, and then you could go on an adventure of him rebuilding or her rebuilding her life,
Yeah.
right? And becoming giant again.
Maybe
Yeah.
Remy could like come down to a small and then have the journey of becoming a giant again.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Does that happen?
That could.
Does
That could, huh?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Tell us an example of how that happens in life.
I don't really know an example.
No?
I just know that it's happened.
Yeah. Has it happened to anyone else? Has anyone had that happen to them? Nicole has. Tell us about that, Nicole. I've had that happen too.
I have it happen over and over again where I'm a giant and then I'm going on my way and then I'll get sick. I'll get really, really sick and then I have to start over as a small. And then I get into a scary situation, and then I'm a small again. So it's happened to me over and over again. So I thought it would be really cool too to see Remy going down as a small and having to become giant again, because I have done that before.
I've got a thought based off of that, Nicole. So we've had some guests on our show that have been in wheelchairs, and these are giants who, before they had their accidents or got sick or hurt, were giants, and then they had to relearn everything. We had a friend, Jamie Mulcrazy, who had a skiing accident, lost her memory completely, and had to relearn her entire life. And so that might be powerful to teach, about a giant who feels small because of an accident or a sickness, and then goes through the healing and regrowth. That would be cool, actually.
Yeah, I think that was an incredible idea. Absolutely incredible idea. Herschel and Kanika, what do you think? Do you guys have an idea of what a sequel should look like?
It will be look like the adventurous stories for kids.
Of their kids?
Yeah, for kids.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah. What kind of adventures?
Did you hear us? What kind of event? Was that Herschel or Kanika that said that? I can't see you, for your camera's not on. I don't know if they can hear us.
But different adventures would be good.
They would.
Different
They would.
stories, different adventures, different ways to grow. So you can see all these ways that you could grow.
I see a whole sequel, Nick. A whole series.
I do too.
Yeah, there could be lots of different ways to continue the series. Absolutely.
Okay, here's a random question. As you read this book or listen to this book, what color comes to mind?
I would say green.
Green. Why green?
Probably because I can't really I don't really see just reading the book. I look at the book and there's a lot of green on it. Probably why I see green.
Yeah, there is. There is.
Green because the giants are probably as tall as trees, and trees are green, and there's like a lot of grass, and
Okay.
and their world isn't as modern as ours, so there's a lot of green around them.
Something we talked about today was abundance.
Mm-hmm.
And green tends to be associated with abundance in different ways. Trees turn green when they start to give fruit. We think of money turns green in some countries. Depends on the country. I like the green. Landon, what color do you see?
Blue, because the giants are in the sky.
Oh, I like it. So looking up.
What about Arya?
Come over.
I don't know.
Come here. Come here. Come tell them.
What about Harshul and Kanika? What color do you see?
Golden.
It would be blue and pink.
Blue and pink.
I like it.
What about Neil?
So you want a Giants opinion?
Oh,
Yeah. I saw orange.
Orange.
I saw
That's what I see.
New.
all the color of harvest.
Oh.
So, you know,
Like that.
the lessons were being learned and the fruition was taking place.
I like
and
it.
harvest was collected.
wonderful.
Yeah, great perspective.
What about Nicole?
I saw orange as well. I saw it as like the sun, like the light coming in, the rays of the sun coming in, and the also the harvest of just the different colors of when you work really hard and then you harvest the everything. But for me, the orange mostly came from the sun, from the light.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. Arya, did you have a color?
Golden.
Come tell them why. All right, come tell her. She's saying gold. Come here.
Oh,
Golden. I like it.
I like gold. Yeah.
Why? Tell them why.
Why golden?
Why? You tell me, I'll tell them. Tell me. What? It makes them rich. Rich in their brain, in their minds.
Wonderful. Did you hear that, Nick?
Yeah, I like that.
Rich in their minds. Wonderful.
I had an idea.
Yeah.
Instead of just big and small people, maybe there's medium people too that live in like a little bit both ways.
They don't grow or shrink, they just stay.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, possibility. We see that in the world, don't we?
Maybe they constantly grow and shrink like throughout like the day or their lives or something.
Yeah, I could see that. Thank you.
Absolutely. And you know what sometimes stops us in that medium place is fear. Sometimes we allow the fear. We get started on our giant journey and we allow the fear to stop us in that giant place. So maybe they stop in that medium town or that medium place and they live there for a couple of years and then they get the courage or they find a mentor that helps them find the courage to move out of that fear and continue their journey. And then they move up into the giant place. That happens to us sometimes.
The town called transition.
Yeah.
Oh, good one. Absolutely. All right. Nick, do you need to leave us?
I
soon?
do. Yeah. I've got to jump into a meeting.
Yeah, so before, Nick has a couple of minutes before he needs to jump into a meeting. Does anybody have a question for Nick? I see Landon's hand there. Did you want to ask a question, sweetie?
No, I was just waving.
Oh, you were just waving, okay. Does anybody have any last questions for Nick before he jumps into his meeting? And then we'll finish up. We'll do our raffle and finish up.
I have a
Avery
question.
does. What's your question?
What inspired you to make this book?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I was, it was 11 years, it was 2008, 2009. I just lost everything. You know, when you get older, you'll understand. Business, home, everything was gone. I had to start over. And I was driving to work and I saw the big homes on the hill and I thought, how are they living such giant lives in my view while I'm living this small one? And I was listening to a book called Who Moved My Cheese? And it taught a story, and it was a great story about pursuing cheese. But I thought I could write something like that, and I wanted to write something for my kids that they would get the lesson that if you want something in life, you got to go out and work for it and earn it and be persistent. And so that's where the story came from. It came from feeling small.
That's nice.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
There we go. Life imitating art, or art imitating life.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. Could you go turn that off, please? We've got an alarm going over there. All right. I want to thank Nick for joining us today. It's been a pleasure to
Thank
have
you.
you here, answering all of our questions and leading our conversation. Thank you so much for
You're welcome.
coming and having this giant talk with our giant yogis.
Thanks for doing this. Thanks for having me. I mean, that was all the way through. Thank you.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure to read this book for the last 3 weeks. I've enjoyed it incredibly. We'll let you go, Nick, and jump into your meeting. Everybody say goodbye to Nick.
Bye, Giant. See ya. Keep doing giant things.
We will.
All right. Take care.
And we are going to finish off here, my friends. I'm going to put everybody's name into our draw. And we're going to draw here. We have Jasmine. We have Landon. We have Arya. We have Harshul. Let's see, there's Kanika. Yep, we're going to use that for you. We have Miss Avery here. Can I have that, please? Thank you. We're going to put Nicole and Jameson on one. And I believe that's all of our friends. Jasmine, is Mira there with you?
She wasn't earlier, but she is now. She just came home.
Okay, beautiful. All right. So we are going to draw, friends. We have 3 prizes here.
So I draw 3 people?
And we're going to draw 3. Yep. So the first prize, we're going to draw for our 3rd prize first. And that is for another tangle. So we have our tangles here. And yeah, this is a little fidget toy that I give to all of the kids in the families that I work with. So we're going to draw for the tangle first.
And the winner of the tangle is Landon.
All right, beautiful. So we're going to send that out to you, Landon. I've got your name right there on it. Okay, and prize number 2 is for a Giants t-shirt.
The winner of the t-shirt is Harshul.
All right, I'm going to write t-shirt on there. Congratulations, Harshul. You're going to get a t-shirt, and we'll talk to your mom about what size you need for that. And our number 1 prize is for a book, and the Giants and the Smalls book, and one of our breathing balls.
The winner is Nicole and Jameson.
All right. A book and a breathing ball. That's okay. Congratulations, everyone. So we are going to do one last thing here. We are going to celebrate episode 100. And I am so thankful for all of you being here today. We're going to show you our wonderful cake. I wish that I could send it through Zoom to you today. But we're going to...
The one fell over.
That's okay. You want to blow that? All right.
Separate.
Fell over and got all goopy.
Velvet little.
You want to pass me that later? Oh, I have to eat that. I got goopy. It's stuck to my fingers. All right, you ready, guys? You ready to see the color?
Yeah, we have colored flame candles. Ooh, those look cool.
Yeah? Okay. I'm going to tell you now, when I see all of you, see our purple flames? When I see all of you in person, Aiden, you can come up. Aiden's going to come up. When I see all of you in person, okay, thank you. That's enough. When I see all of you in person, there's 100. There it is. Woo-hoo! When I see all of you you in person. We're gonna have cake and celebrate together, okay? So I'm gonna go to Ottawa to see Jasmine. I'm gonna go to Utah to see Nicole and Jameson and Amy and Arya and Landon. And hopefully Harshul and Kanika are coming to Canada from India. So wherever you land in Canada, I'm gonna go see you. And I'll stay in Niagara to see Neil. And I'm gonna go to Utah to see Nick as well, to celebrate. I'm gonna buy you all a piece of cake because we can't share this through Zoom for you. But thank you so much for being a part of Storytime Yoga and seeing us through to 100 episodes. I'm gonna blow out these candles. You wanna blow that one? Good job. Yay! All right, my friends, we are going to finish off here. I'm gonna put this cake down somewhere where it's not gonna get much. Thank you so much for joining us, my friends. I hope that you had fun during our last 3 weeks. And for episode 100, we are so grateful to have everyone here. And thank you to Neil Tilk, who decorated our set with all of our congratulations, and our streamers and our cake, bought us our celebratory cake. We're very grateful. All right, my friends, we are going to say goodbye. I'm sending you all big kisses.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.